All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we're on to our next speaker. Again, you can see that we are lighting it up with some amazing people right now. But this one is someone I've just recently been able to connect with, and we kind of have. I think we have the same spirit animal. We carry the same energy. And this gentleman, they call him Coach B. He's an educator, a head football coach. He's a speaker. He's been teaching both young people and adults at all levels for 11 years and coaching football for 14. Coach Berlanga is from Soledad, California in the Monterey County. Coach B has been awarded the Golden Whistle Award for his leadership and influence in the community. Named Coach of the Year, recognized as the Spotlight Leader of the Year for the city of Gonzales, California. The Coach B was recognized by the U.S. Marine Corps and the Glacier Clinics with the Semper Fi Coach Award of Northern California. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Arthur Berlanga.
All right. Thank you, Barry, my man. You got me okay? Barry, you can hear me?
I got you, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Let's rock and roll. Hey, I am so grateful and humbled to be here, to be in this moment, to share this moment with every single one of you here today. Shout out to John Tellerico, Mr. Les Brown himself, my coaches and my mentors, and the ladies behind the scenes that helped me get to this very moment, Winnie and Dolly. I am forever, forever grateful from the bottom of my heart. With no further delay, let's rock this thing out together. What do you say? Come on. My name is Art Berlanga, and they call me Coach B. Hear me well on this day. I bring you good news. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to begin thinking about your New Year resolutions. That's right. Your New Year resolutions and your goals. What's your visions for this year? What do you want to accomplish for this year? And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking with all the chaos and the noise that surrounds us every day, from the pandemic to the political and social climate. And there doesn't seem to be an end in sight. And what's supposed to be a new year, it doesn't feel very new, does it? Almost as a continuation from the year before. We're going through some trying times, unprecedented times. And as I think about these hits from life, these results from life, maybe you're in a state of survival. Maybe you're in a state of fight or flight, sink or swim, maybe even life or death. As I think about these hits we've all been taking, I can't help but think about what Mike Tyson said. Everyone has a plan till they get hit. Everyone has a plan till they get hit. Ladies and gentlemen, everything you've been through and continue to go through, you're still here. We're still here. You see, we might be down, but we ain't out. We might be down, but we ain't done. We might be down, but we will rise up as the champions we were born to be. You see, you were created as a cream of the crop. And eventually, the cream always rises to the top. Come on. Come on. You see, what I'm about to share with you here today, ladies and gentlemen, it's nothing you haven't heard before. So begin to focus on, and really focus on your goals and your aspirations. And think specifically, what is it that you want out of life? Better yet, what is it that you want for your life? Hear me well on this day. I bring you good news. As I think about my life experiences, I had the great opportunity and privilege to teach and coach young people in the classroom, outside of it, on and off the football field. This is a calling on my life. It's been said, a coach, a teacher will transform more lives in 1 year than most people do in their lifetime. So as you begin to think about your life, who are some of those people in yours that comes to mind? Because we all have someone. As I look at my life experiences, I know something about you, because we all had someone that spoke life into our dreams, picked you up when you were down, believed in you when you didn't even believe in yourself. Or maybe you had the opposite experience, which happens more often than not. Someone you trusted and valued, who was supposed to have your best interest at heart, misused or abused your trust, spoke death into your dreams, stole your voice from you, and maybe even left you feeling hopeless. You know, Maya Angelou explains human connection as this: people will forget what you said, but people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how they made you feel. As I look at my life experiences, I can't help but think about those who try to prevent me or sabotage me from my greatness. No, I would say to myself, not today. I would say, what Muhammad Ali once shouted. I'm going to show you how great I am. Come on, say it with me. I'm going to show you how great I am. Hear me well on this day. I bring you good news. You see, these types of people in our lives, we have to use that to light a fire within us, to prove them wrong, to work even harder, to use that negative energy as fuel to our fire. Because we both know the ultimate payback is our success. The ultimate payback is using our pain, our misery, our story, and turning it into our ministry. You see, and you can do this too. The things I've learned and now teach and coach both young people and adults to do, to believe in themselves and their vision, to be persistent for what they want, and learn how to win. Learn how to win. Hear me well on this day. I bring you good news. I was recently on a podcast and I was asked, Coach B, how are you able to take a struggling football program and turn them into champions? Is there a secret? I said, secret? There are no secrets to this, man. Love on these kids and allow them to love you back, because it's more than just football for me. I'm teaching life through a game, because these kids have enough people in their lives discouraging them, putting limitations on them, telling them what they can and cannot do. I'm not here for that. I'm here to believe in them, to empower them, to show them what they're capable of, to show them who they could be. You know, the German poet Goethe says this: if you treat people as they are, they become worse. If you treat people as they could be, they become who they should be. Ladies and gentlemen, as you think about those you surround yourself with, are they treating for who you are, or are they treating you for who you could be? As I reflect on my experiences in education and sports, I've learned that there's not much of a difference between young people and adults. Because the truth of the matter is that we all are going through something. We all are going through something, especially during such a time of great confusion and pain, a time of mass division and fear, a time of neighbor turning on neighbor instead of neighbors turning to one another. I once read, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it. Life is 10% what happens, 90% how you respond to it. This reminds me of a story of my baby girl. Just at 6 months old, she began to crawl. So one morning, I'm getting ready for my day, and I just watched her. And as she began to crawl, she located a nearby laundry basket. So she began working her way towards that basket. She got there. She propped herself up. She stood up just for a moment, but she fell. She began to cry. And I just watched her. I didn't want to go to her aid right away, right? I want to see how she was going to respond. So sure enough, she realized that no one was coming to her rescue. So she stopped crying. She rolled over, began crawling back to the basket, pulled herself back up, stood up a little longer than the first time, but she fell again. However, this time she didn't cry. She almost rolled over instantly as she began to work her way and crawl back to the basket, pulled herself back up, and got to a standing position. And this time she stuck the landing. She looked just like an Olympic gymnast as she stood there with her head held high. And as her father, I couldn't be more proud of my baby girl, because at 6 months old, I just witnessed her not only accomplish a goal, but overcome adversity to do it. You see, what does that teach us? It teaches us that there are no substitutions for persistence, not education, not intelligence, not even undeniable talent, because persistence is an absolute necessity, a necessity to win. Persistence is absolute necessity to accomplish goals. Persistence is absolute necessity to become the best version of you. It must be a mindset, an attitude. It's what all winners and champions have in common. Babe Ruth, for example, known as one of the greatest Major League Baseball players to ever swing a bat. Yet, no one talks about his 1,330 strikeouts. Yet, they have a candy bar named after him. A candy bar. Colonel Sanders, at 65 years old, was living on Social Security. Went around knocking on doors. Over 1,000 doors he knocked on before he sold his first order of chicken. KFC was born. At 65. Michael Jordan, his airness. He has missed over 9,000 shots in his career. lost close to 300 games. 26 times he had the game-winning shot in his hands and failed. Yet, they call him the GOAT, the greatest of all time. You see, we have to fail over and over again. That's how we succeed. Will it be hard? Absolutely, it's going to be hard. But that's life, right? That's life. You know, Rocky warned us about life. He said, no one's going to hit us harder than life. But it ain't about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. Ladies and gentlemen, hear me well in this day. I bring you good news. Begin to believe in yourself today. And if you don't believe in yourself, borrow my belief until you do. Begin to have a clear vision for what you want and your goals. Then attach action to it. Lastly, be persistent. Be persistent for what you want, because nothing of value, nothing of worth ever does come easy. And if you stumble or fall along the way, don't you worry. It's part of the process. It's part of the journey. It's what makes your story your story. In the great words of the philosopher Confucius, our greatest glory is not never falling, but rising every time we do fall. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to get up off that floor and fight back. It's time for us to get off that bench and get back in the game. Hear me well on this day. This day, I brought you good news. My name is Art Berlanga, and they call me Coach B. If you want to, am I waiting for Barry?
No, go ahead. Tell us how we can get a hold of you, Art.
As you can see on the screen there, you can connect with me and win with CoachB.com. My social media handles is at Coach A Berlanga, Instagram, Twitter, what have you. My good people, thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure. Come on.
Oh man, Art, I got to tell you, man, we have the same spirit animal. That I have a wall full of quotes. Front and center is, I'm gonna show you how great I am. Right behind me is the Rocky quote. So yeah, I loved it. It's awesome. Come on.
Yay.
All right, congratulations, brother.